Hi guys, it's me again, the Clueless Mrs. And today we're going to shoot my third episode for the Kitchen Diaries. I'm a little bit sick today, so please bear with me if I sniff and cough a little. Today I'm going to share with you actually one of the very first dishes that I learned when I got married, and it is actually beef steak. Yes, beef steak. And I learned a tip from an office mate of mine before. Hi, credits to Miss Hazel Kabuhay. I know you're following my blog, so thanks for the support, girl. And my secret ingredient for today's dish, the beef steak. And the twist is pala ala stroganoff. And the secret ingredient is this. Can you see it? There! Ariko. To put an all-purpose cream. And I chose Alaska Crema to put in my dish. Simply because it's cheaper. And I know that it tastes good as well. So why not, diba? This is just about, I think, $37.50 if I'm not mistaken. Versus the other brand that I use rin naman. It's 43 pesos. This is only $37.50, I think. Okay, so let's start. So to start, let me put my apron on. There. So I won't get my top messy. If only I can tie it correctly. Matagal. I'm so sorry. There. Okay. That's good enough. Okay, so to start, let me just run you through again with the ingredients that we need. Of course, we'll need our meat. For this dish, for beef steak, you actually need a specific meat, and it's called the breakfast steak. It is a bit expensive. It costs about 312 pesos per kilo. This is a little over half a kilo. So, this cost me mga 100 something, 150 plus, I guess. I already marinated this. The minimum hours, I think, to marinate the meat is about 4 hours, I think. But for better results, I suggest you marinate it overnight. So, mas magiging malasa siya. And to marinate the meat, actually, you need soy sauce, calamansi, there, whole pepper, and water. Actually, that's it. It's really pretty simple to marinate the meat for beef steak. Just need to put some soy sauce, siguro mga half of the, yung level niya is half of the meat, and then you just add water. And then put some pepper, calamansi, of course. Siguro for this one, I used about mga 8 to 10 calamansi. I can't remember. Basta, tansya lang yun talaga lagi. Anyway, so, I already marinated this overnight. So, we're actually really ready to cook. Well, aside from the meat, of course, we'll need our secret ingredient for today again, the Alaska Crema all-purpose cream. We'll need some mushrooms. This is pieces and stems so that you don't have to cut the whole mushroom anymore. So that saves you some time to cook this. We'll need some pepper, onion, garlic, ginger again, oil. And we'll also need this. This is actually the second, I think, secret ingredient, the oyster sauce. It just adds more lasa to the dishes that you cook, especially for meat. So, my mom recommended this to me. This is Kim's oyster sauce. It's cheaper than the other brand. So, I use this. Then, just so we can see it there. You should just add like a tablespoon of this. So, magiging malasa na siya. There. Okay, so to prep, you have to mince your garlic first. And then, finally chop your onions, and then the ginger. Okay, for the onions, actually, my mom told me that for red meat, you have to use the red onion. And then for white meat, you have to use the white onion. But since I really like the taste of the white onion better, I don't like the red onion kasi parang ang bitter Yeah, for me. So, I always talaga, in all the dishes that I cook, I use white onion simply because it tastes better. I'm finally finished prepping. Actually, among the dishes that I shared with you, I think this is the easiest one to prep. We only need to mince garlic, finely chopper onions, and then the ginger, and that's it. I am ready to cook. Okay, so now that my pans are hot, we are ready to cook. Okay, so first you have to saute your garlic. So when your garlic is golden brown already, you can now add your onions. I usually put a lot of onions in my beef steak. So there. One whole onion in here. And then also add your ginger. This is really super easy to cook. It would take you about an hour or an hour and a half to cook this all in all because you have to wait for your meat to get tender. But this is really easy to cook, don't you think? So, yes, I think we're ready to add the meat. Okay, so to cook the meat, what I usually do is make a space there. You can see that. No, you can. Okay, so there, parang just add a space there so you can fry your meat a little. And then to make it faster, what I usually do also is to prepare another pan so I can also fry my meat there para mas mabilis. Medyo magtatalsikan lang siya. Okay. I am really afraid of frying. Sorry. Oh my god, it's like New Year. I know you can't see me. It's because ayoko matalsikan. Okay, there. I think nag-subside na yung galit niya. We're just waiting for the meat in the other pan to just be a little brown on both sides, and then we'll transfer those meat already in our saucepan. This is just to make it easier for you, especially when you're living in a condo and all of your stuff are really compact. Small talaga sila lahat, so you have to manage and just be resourceful. So, before I forget, you shouldn't be throwing away the marinade that you used for your meat because we're also going to use that for the sauce. So, add to the sauce later, so don't throw that away. Shouldn't. Okay, so once that all of the meat is there already, you now add what's left of the marinade into the sauce. So, add to the sauce. And then let's just let it simmer for about 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, so after 5 to 10 minutes, we add our oyster sauce. Just 1 tablespoon. There. It smells so good already. Nakaka-excite. Because ever since I was a kid, this is actually one of my favorite ulam talaga. So that's why it's also one of the very first dishes that I learned. Because it's my favorite. Okay. There. So after you add the oyster sauce, just dash it with a little bit of pepper. And then a little bit of salt. Okay, so I don't taste it already, diba? At least the sauce first, because I know for a fact that our meat is not yet that tender. So let's taste that later. Sarap. you actually want more sauce, kasi mahilig ka talaga sa sabaw, you can really add water. If you've noticed already, I don't really use measuring cups. I just do estimates palagi. So that's an estimate of 1/2 cup water. Let it simmer again for about 5 to 10 more minutes again. So after simmering, I think I extended a bit for another 10 minutes. So I simmered this for about 20 minutes already, just to make sure that the meat is tender enough so that we can move on. And always remember that if sobrang konti lang ng water, if you check it while you're simmering, you can just add water to it. Okay, so let's taste it and let's see if this is good enough. Okay, so now that our meat is tender enough, we can now add our mushrooms. So ngayon, beef steak na parang beef and mushroom na siya. Then later on, magta-transform na siya into stroganoff. This is really looking good. And I think I have to show you. Yan. Beef steak with mushrooms. There. And for the final touch, we can now add our secret ingredient for the day. Our Alaska Crema all-purpose cream. There. So, see, this is super easy to do. Konting preps, just the onions, garlic, and ginger. Marinate this overnight so you can cook right away in the morning or maybe for lunch. And then, cook it like a normal beef steak. And then at the end, just add your mushroom and your Alaska Crema. There. Just mix your Alaska Crema with your beef steak. And then you have your beef stroganoff. It's really that easy. Let's just simmer this for about 5 minutes para kumakat yung lasa ng Alaska Crema with a beef steak, and then that's it. Okay, so I think this is ready. Ang bango niya. Actually, it smells like carbonara. So if you want to experiment, you can actually pair this with pasta, diba? Why not? So let's taste it. The best. So there you go, guys. You now have our beef steak a la stroganoff using Alaska Crema. Okay, so that's it for the 3rd episode of the Kitchen Diaries from the Clueless Mrs. Again, thank you so much for watching and for supporting my vlog. www.cluelessmrs.blogspot.com. Stay tuned for more of the Kitchen Diaries. See you soon. Bye.